Now that we have had the blood moon and the lunar eclipse out of the way, Janet, what's in the stars for us for this week?
Yes, we have two things going on. The sun has entered the sign of Taurus, and then on Wednesday, Mercury, the planet of communication, enters the sign of Taurus. So I thought I would talk about what that means to all 12 signs of the zodiac. For Taurus in particular, it's all about them, and Taurus have really had a tough time the last 18 months or so with Saturn opposing their sign. So for them, the sun going into their sign is like taking a fresh breath of air. It's a brand new start for them. And with Mercury entering their sign, they find that they can be very communicative and tell people what it is they want and what it is that they need, because for the next month or so, it's going to be all about the Taurus. For Geminis, not so much. It's time for Geminis to take a step back and evaluate their last year or so to keep the things that they like and to resolve the issues that they were not so happy with. And they have to be really careful, because now is not the right time to talk. Now is the right time to observe and listen, because with Mercury in your 12th house, your own words will come back to haunt you, and that's never any fun. For Cancers, this is in their 11th house of hopes, wishes, goals, and objectives. And it is time for the Cancer to rally a group of their well-placed female friends inside their social circle or colleagues to help the Cancer get what it is that the Cancer wants. It may appear to be for the good of the group, but the truth is, it's going to be good for the Cancer. For Leo's, Mason, it is in their 10th house of career and public standing, so it's about you, it's about your job. And this is the hard thing, is that you need to stand your professional ground without being belligerent or bullheaded, which is quite a challenge. So it's sort of, and I'm not saying you have to accept constructive criticism, because nobody really does that well, and Leos in particular do not. But they need to be solid, they need to be dependable, but they need to be receptive to the small changes the powers that be are trying to make. For Virgos, the law is on their side. It's in the 9th house of the law. Long distance travel, important negotiations and agreements can all come to a really nice conclusion in the Virgos' favor over the next 3 weeks or so, which is super. And again, Virgo, if you do your best begging in person, so if you're going to do that, make sure you show up to do that. For Libras, it's in their 8th house of money flowing their way. Other people's resources, Andrew and Nikki, flow your way. And it's kind of nice, because you end up with having more money at the end of your month instead of more month at the end of your money. And you benefit from unearned income rather than earned income. For Scorpio, they get to see a mirror image of themselves and everything they don't like in their partner, and every single thing the partner is saying to them. The Scorpio needs to know that it's their own actions that have brought this about, and the Scorpio is not going to like what it is that they see, so they need to modify that behavior a bit. And also to Scorpios, they're going to hear the words from the mouths of babes. Younger people are going to say very profound things, and they need to listen to it. For Sagittarians, it's about more work. It's about expanding their work responsibilities. And that's the good news, is it expands their work. The bad news is they don't get a promotion, they don't get an increase in pay, they just get more work. But if they do a good job, it's sort of like, I'll gladly pay you Tuesday for a hamburger today, that down the road they'll get remunerated for it, but not right off the bat. For Capricorns, they just want to have fun. This is their favorite time of year to vacation, to take it easy, to indulge themselves, to reward themselves for a job well done. And it's a good time for love and creativity for Capricorns. If they're single, they'll attract somebody. If they're married, their marriage goes well. And it's a very fertile time for Capricorns in every sense of the word. So be careful with the things that you create, because they're going to end up taking a life of their own. For Aquarians, it's in their 4th house of home and their foundations. And this is a time when Aquarians start to look at, I think I'll paint that wall, and then paint the wall next to it, and then paint the wall above that, and then get new carpet. It's about refurbishing and remodeling their home. For Pisces, it's all about short distance travel, short duration travel. And that may be to negotiate things, to get something going for them, but the pace of their life picks up really to warp speed, and they have to work to stay ahead of the power curve. And then for the last sign, for Aries, it's about real estate, it's about property matters, it's about money and making more money. And the opportunity to make more money is a real one, Aries, and you need to leap at it. You need to not look a gift horse in the mouth, and money flows your way. And when it does, I say hands out to catch it. So that's tomorrow's news today for the 12 signs of the zodiac. Always a pleasure.